Hey there, I'm Chris Johnston, and I run this blacksmith shop here and just past the middle of nowhere on the banks of the Magnetawan River. I thought I'd introduce myself and give you a little background on me and on my shop. So I was a toolmaker for many years, worked in the automotive industry, building dies, repairing dies, and always had an interest in blacksmithing. Picked up books and read, and I remember going to Pioneer Village as a kid and seeing the blacksmith make a nail. A number of years back, I started working in an older factory in Toronto and was in charge of the tool room there. And in the tool room was an anvil, an old anvil. It had been there since the factory opened, I believe in 1904. And long story short, when the factory closed, I had an opportunity to get that anvil, and I still have it today. It's here behind me. It's a 267-pound Peter Wright anvil, and I use it daily to make things. I make things like axes, tomahawks, fireplace tools, anything else my customers ask me to make. But yeah, this is just an introduction to me and to my shop and some of the things I do. I thought I'd share with you a little bit of wisdom that I learned when I was an apprentice. I learned recently of a friend who passed. He was a mentor of mine, and one of the little tricks he showed me, and I thought I'd share it with everyone on YouTube, and perhaps it would be helpful for them. Got talking about axes with a customer the other day, and the topic of sharpening came up. And of course, we got talking about different methods and files and stones particularly. And when I picked up my stones to show the customer, I don't use stones very much to sharpen axes here in the shop. You know, I use some more modern equipment, belt grinder and strop, etc. But I picked up my stones and we were talking about how to sharpen them at home. And of course, the first thing I noticed was that my stones were terribly dirty, and it reminded me of a trick that I got shown once on how to clean this type of stone, how to remove this embedded grease and grit that basically keeps the stone from doing its job. So without going on and on about it, let's jump right into how you do it. So basically, the trick I was shown was to take grinding dust and lay it on a flat platen. In the case when I was shown, it was the table of a tool room bandsaw, and I just happen to have a tool room bandsaw here in my shop. I don't have a surface grinder that's operating, so I don't have a ready supply of grinding dust, but what I do have is a little bit of sand. So let's give it a try. All right, so here we are in front of the bandsaw. These are the stones I was talking about, and you can see it should be a bright orange like that where it's been chipped away a little bit, and it's completely clogged with grease and dirt, filings, etc. Same thing with this little puck stone, which is nice for axes. If you're looking for a stone to sharpen your axe, put in your backpack, this is a great option. A little bit of water, polish your axe, a little bit of oil. Works well. But when they're clogged like this, they don't work well at all. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to reach out here on the ground and pick up a handful of sand and put that on the table. We're not too worried about wearing a hole in the table. And if you just work your stone both sides, like that, and then I'll grab some water and we'll rinse it off. if you can see that well, but it has cleaned most of the grit and grime out of there. And if you spend a little more time, it'll certainly clean it up completely. Let's do it on the orange one. That'll really show. All right, so it's dirty. We'll rinse it off. I'll say it's much cleaner than it was. It's not as effective as grinding dust. Let me put a little bit more fresh sand up there. And you can see it's opened that up quite a bit. A little coarser sand would probably do a little nicer job, but certainly this is much better than it was, and the stone is ready to be used. Let's do the other side. So there, the grit of the stone is exposed again. All that gummy stuff is gone. And it's ready for use, ready to sharpen your axe. If you're going to sharpen your axe with a stone like this, wear a leather glove. Yeah, so it works. Cleans the stones out quite well. And if you're saying to yourself, I don't have a bandsaw in my shop, don't worry about it. You can do it on a concrete floor. The rolling action of the grit in between the flat surface and the surface of the stone erodes that surface of the stone away whilst maintaining it flat, and cleans away all the accumulated dirt and grime and exposes the usable stone again. So if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe, and I'll be coming back with a few other tips, maybe a little bit of action in the shop, making some axes. I make Hudson's Bay axes right now, 3 different sizes. This is the smallest one, I call it the Trapper. I also make a Scout and a Courrier de Bois, which is a 2 3/4 pound big boy, 8 inches long with a 4-inch bit. Heirloom quality tools on a very traditional type of handle, very fine handles, much better than what you find at a hardware store. I also do leather work, which I'll show you in the future. But heirloom quality tools, you'll pass them on to your kids and grandkids, and that's the best way to support the shop. Link to my website, of course, is in the description of the video. So yeah, tune in again. We'll find something else to share. Take care.